Yes, yes, yes. Be praised, Yahweh. That is the God that we serve. You are listening to Don't Trip here on ARL. It is a beautiful Sunday, and we can say that without just, reaching for hopes.
Exactly.
Exactly. The weather outside is beautiful, man. Sun is shining, blue skies. You wouldn't think you're in London, but you are, and you're listening to ARL. We're here with Ray and Angie in studio, man, and I'm actually, I don't know, I'm unusually calm for this show. Like, I woke up, I was like, yeah, the show.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. That's very
and
good.
so let's see how calm I am after the stories that Ray brings.
I mean, you will still be calm. All right. This is not much has happened in the world
Oh,
today.
is it?
So
is it?
you will still be calm. You know, you may be flabbergasted at times, but it'll be a calm flabbergast.
But the peace that passes all understanding
Uh-huh.
will ensure that we will be calm regardless of what Ray has going on. What you saying, Ray?
Okay. Well, the first one was a funny one for me. A semi truck. Oh, the thing is.
No. You can't do that. You can't do that.
The thing is, I say it's funny. However, the headline doesn't sound funny at all.
Okay.
Okay. But yes, a semi truck turned over on a Southern California freeway.
Oh no.
A sticky situation caused major traffic problems in Southern California on Monday after a semi-truck turned over and spilled its cargo across the busy freeway.
Okay.
Authorities say the semi-truck turned over around 11:20 a.m., spilling a large load of syrup across all the lanes of the freeway. Now,
I hope it's not that Canadian maple syrup. You know what I mean? That the world is having a shortage of.
And that's what I'm saying. This is the reason why when I go to Sainsbury's, I gotta spend money to get maple syrup.
Oh boy.
Anyway, by late afternoon, the truck had been removed, but the thick liquid continued to cover the roadway. The spill forced officials to shut down all westbound lanes, creating a traffic backup stretching for more than 5 miles. And you already know, Southern California, they had traffic anyway.
I was like, that's no different. Like, they weren't moving.
Yeah, they weren't moving much anyway. And so this is, yeah. I just want to know who's going to replace my tires. because somebody got to. But crews with the California Department of Transportation spent hours spreading sand and preparing to wash the roadway as they worked to clear the sticky substance and reopen the freeway.
Okay.
Yes. So yes, if you're in Southern California and you witnessed that, I'm not going to apologize because I didn't do it, but it is a sticky situation. As they said.
Okay, what's next?
there was another article that article is the reason I laughed because they had nothing but sticky puns.
Puns?
Yeah.
Oh, that is good writing.
Yeah. And I couldn't find it.
For.
I couldn't find it. But in big news about the environment, big cities breathed a little easier, the headline reads. Air quality has improved dramatically in some of the world's biggest cities. A report has found with Beijing, London, and Paris amongst these leading the way. The research conducted by the campaign Breathe Cities identified 19 metropolises that have slashed air pollution between 20 and 40% in just 15 years. Nearly half were in Asia, where improvements came despite rapid economic development. 9 were in China alone.
Oh Oh, wow.
An embrace of cycling, an introduction to clean air zones, and the switch to electric vehicles were amongst the leading drivers of air quality improvements, the report found. Now, unfortunately, that's a double-edged sword, especially the electric vehicles,
Why?
because you need to source the things from the Congo to get it. And they don't want to pay the Congo, so they rather go war. But
I mean,
but in later news, speaking of making cities safer, Paris has done it. Cardiff too. Now London is looking to put the brakes on SUVs by charging owners more to use them in the capital. I didn't know how to feel about this.
Yeah.
Because we already have ULEZ. We already have that one charge that's in the middle of London.
Right. We can't even name all the charges.
Yeah.
Can't even name all the charges London has.
Can't even name all the charges.
Charging them for the use of SUVs.
Exactly. And, like that's a bit. It's a bit much, isn't it? The number of SUVs on London roads have increased tenfold in 2 decades. From around 80,000 in 2002 to 800,000 in 2023, according to a campaign called Clean Cities. The number of U.S.-style pickup trucks is added and has more than doubled in a decade. However...
More than doubled to like 4 instead of 2?
Yeah, but
I don't see them on the roads like they're taking over.
Exactly. But the thing is, have you ever driven a pickup truck?
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee the people who've written this, or the people of this organization, have never driven a pickup truck. Yeah. Then they'll understand why they're so necessary in life in general. And yeah, so the proposal is part of the mayor's Vision Zero plan to eradicate death and serious injuries on London roads by 2041. Now, the thing is, I really...
By charging them more for using their car.
And this is the thing. I kind of understood the top half of this, but when it said eradicate deaths and serious injuries, you can literally hit somebody in an electric car.
You can hit someone yourself.
So, yeah. You can hit someone yourself.
Because when you because here's the thing. It seems like they're just trying to throw in everything that they possibly can to get whatever their agenda is. They just throw words. Because when you think about it, I mean, we're talking about London. You're not driving more than 20 miles per hour unless you're on the motorway. And it shouldn't just be people on the motorway. We know some people accidentally wander on. We saw. But for the most part, there's no people on the motorway. And anywhere there's people, they're making you drive 20 miles per hour anyway. You know, there's... I think... I don't think SUVs are the problem for people getting hit. So we can throw that one out the window. All right? Secondly, it's almost as if you're punishing people for having bigger families.
Yeah.
Because most of the people I know or I've seen who have SUVs have big families, and that's why they have them, right? You don't see a whole lot of them all over the place because there's already ULEZ. There's already, different things like that.
So they have carefully selected this SUV that will fit their family and is ULEZ compliant. And now... they're going to have to pay extra anyway.
You're trying to make them... Right. So, it makes no sense at all. Like, I understand why there's pickup trucks. I actually moved here and didn't understand why they weren't pickup trucks.
Yeah.
It makes sense if people are going, okay, it's rainy all the time. Pickup trucks, you can do closed bed, but then that limits how many things you can put in there. But I'm not surprised that they're on the rise because you know what's also on the rise? People moving.
Very
constantly.
True. Yeah. And also the thing, what I like about the pickup trucks here is they're still the size of an SUV.
Yeah, they're not big.
They're
it's
not
a U.S. style, but trust me, they are not.
They're not big pickup trucks. You can fit your whole family in there.
Yeah.
You still have a lot of room in the back, and I don't have to hire a truck when I'm moving.
And that's the big thing. When you or your family or your friends are moving, and that's usually when you see them in the States. I mean, there's bigger roads on the States, so some people have them just to have them.
Yeah,
and then they get a bigger one because their neighbor got a bigger one.
Yeah, exactly.
But those people aside.
And then you got to put the big wheels
right,
on
then
it,
you got to put the big wheels, and you know what I mean? And then your neighbor gets bigger wheels, so you get bigger wheels, and then, you know what I mean? We see those people.
yes.
And it looks ridiculous, and it takes up the whole road, even in States.
I think it's
right.
Awesome.
But the majority of people that you see, they either get it for work, they're carrying around tools, different things like that, or they get it for the reason of moving things that are really big on a regular basis. They're very, very useful, and to be honest, the amount of times that I've moved since I've moved here, I wish I had a friend who owned a pickup truck who was able to lend a hand.
Exactly.
There are bigger cars, bigger vehicles that are becoming ULEZ compliant.
Yeah.
They're making. Matter of fact, I passed by a place that was exclusively work vans, like big vans.
Okay.
That was electric.
Okay. Yeah.
And it exclusively sold electric, and you're going, okay, so now we've moved to the point where we have electric vehicles that are able to carry the load.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So of course, make the switch and everything like that. But the idea of you just being triggered by seeing bigger cars on the road, it's not gonna fly with me.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not gonna fly with me. London's gonna have traffic, whether it's small cars or big cars.
Yep.
It's gonna be. We're moving toward ULEZ compliant cars anyway.
Yep.
I don't see a problem with them, and I don't see a reason to punish people that have the big ones. I rarely, if ever, see a person driving an SUV by themselves. They usually have a whole family with them, or they're hauling around big things. So honestly, organizations like this sound like the ones that are just like, okay, who are we picking on today?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no one else to pick on. Okay, let's pick on the big cars again. And every few years, this will come back around, and I hope they vote it down.
Yeah, 100%. So a powerful agreement was struck to strengthen female justice. Governments have reached a global agreement to strengthen justice for women and girls amid research showing that the incarceration rate for women is rising faster than it is for men. At a UN summit dedicated to gender equality.
I'm sorry. Go on. I'm reserving my comments to you finish with the article.
At a UN summit dedicated to gender equality, nations committed this week to address the main driver for female incarceration, including poverty, violence against women, and discriminatory laws. Notably, those related to child marriage and property rights. While women only account for between 2 and 9% of national prison population, data shows that the female prison population has grown by 57% since 2000, compared to a 22% increase for men.
Wait, why? First of all, why is prison in general on the rise?
That's what I'm saying.
Are people tired of paying bills?
That's what I'm saying. That is what I am saying. And the thing is, I need to find an article right after I read this one because it'll flip this whole thing on its head.
Is it?
Yeah. I'll find it. Hold on. But the agreement reached at the 70th session of the Commission on the Statutes of Women in New York provides, in quotes, a roadmap to build more inclusive governance, support peace and social cohesion, and prevent future violations, says the UN. An executive director of the UN Women said, an important commitment to advancing access to justice for women and girls, ending impunity, and just and building justice systems that work for everyone equally. However, words are a bit easy, aren't they? Highlighting the challenges ahead, a UN report revealed that no country has achieved full legal equality between men and women.
Oh, wow.
Thoughts?
All right.
Thoughts. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try and reduce the amount of different thoughts I have, because this kind of covered a lot of different things, actually.
Yeah.
First of all, why are so many women starting to go to prison? I am actually concerned when they said since 2000, right? So in 26 years, it's risen 57%. I need to know what year those women prison TV shows came out, because I feel like there may be a correlation between there being there used to just be like Prison Break and stuff like that with the men's prisons. I think that there's a correlation between women in prison TV shows and women going to prison.
Wow.
Right?
No.
I feel like the TV shows made it seem like a nice little community.
No.
And that's not what happened?
No, that's not.
I ain't seen the shows.
No.
I ain't seen the shows. I've
seen
them
what I think
advertised.
it is? Do you know what I think it is?
They said Orange is the New Black. So I feel like it became in fashion for them.
It became in fashion to get locked up.
To go get locked up. No,
absolutely not. Do you know what I think it is?
What happened?
I think right now we're getting closer to equality, and that's the reason. That's the reason that women are getting caught.
Women are committing the main crimes now for the sake of equality.
The men crimes, Oh my days.
No. It was crazy, actually, the way they said that. Some of the top ones are like child marriage and stuff like that. I'm going, what?
Yeah.
Women are getting locked. Like, I don't want to know, but I kind of want to know.
But the thing is, with any Western publication that mentions those things, I take with a pinch of salt. And it's not that I take it with a pinch of salt because I don't think it's serious, because it's extremely serious.
Yeah.
But I take it with a pinch of salt because they are extremely biased.
Yeah.
And everything that they say about other countries outside of the West, they want to paint in a certain light. And so...
Right. So they mention crimes that make you think of a certain culture.
The stereotype. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Instead of pointing out the crimes that make you think of the culture that's probably the majority of the people that's in there anyway.
Exactly.
Right.
So for me, when I see that, it kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth, because I know what they're doing. Like, I know the propaganda that they're trying to spread. I know the stereotypes they're trying to trigger and things like that. However, those crimes do happen.
Yeah.
They do, and I'm not saying they don't. It's just because they never give you the full scope, then you can actually compare the crimes that they're nitpicking about. Because of course they're not going to choose crimes that are closer to the crimes of.
And they do that in general.
Yeah, they do that in general.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember, I have a relative who worked closely with her counsel, and they were talking about the different rates of certain crimes and like serial killers and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see the face and the images that they're putting up, you know what I mean? They show like this singular black one that they got that they caught. But then when you actually look at the list of the harshest offenders, majority of them are not that.
Yeah.
And so, like she said, in actual official meetings where they're pushing this propaganda, and she was kind of one of the ones to raise her hand and go, You know, and bring it to light in the conversation.
Yeah.
So that makes perfect sense. The Equality Act.
So that's why I think it's rising, because now we own, like, we close to equal.
Getting caught.
Yeah, we close to equal. So now everybody getting caught. There's no biases. There's no.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I do want to see, because they're mentioning that there's a difference in laws.
Yeah.
And so I want to know what the actual official, it'd be interesting to see what the actual difference in the laws are.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense that would be something oppressive, similar to the different laws when I was taking my criminal investigation classes, criminal justice classes. There was a difference in, for instance, drug laws, right? Possession of certain drugs that were considered that, poor people drugs tend to be incarcerated for longer periods of times or harsher punishments and whatever, what have you, versus the designer drugs that are more expensive, where people tend to get off with a slap on the wrist, and it's actually written into the laws. And so it would be interesting to see how there's a gender bias in laws and which laws these are. But women, stop. We're not. There's some things that we can push for equality in. Prison time is not one of the ones to reach for.
Look. If you're gonna be equal,
no,
be all the way equal.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? And those who are used to flying under the radar because you're cute, it's not happening anymore.
It sure ain't.
Stop doing crimes.
I don't feel bad. I hope you like the handcuffs.
Right? Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
It is a good thing you are not law enforcement.
Apologies.
I didn't
mean. I didn't mean anything by what I said. We gonna keep I was
Ray
speaking to somebody specific that got me in trouble in high school. Oh. But.
Wow, we didn't reach back.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What, 20 years ago?
But I did find the article, and I wanted to find the one in the Netherlands in particular, because in the Netherlands they are closing their emptying prisons. So the headline reads, "What can other countries learn from how we did it?"
Wow.
Yeah. So yesterday I went to the cinema in the Dome prison in Haarlem with 2 A's. That monumental building, a vast panoptical? I don't know. Basically, they're saying it's a big facility.
Right.
Is more than 20 Dutch prisons that have closed in the past decade. Some of them even have ended up serving significantly more enjoyable purposes, such as cultural hubs. So that one in particular, and they have a picture here, it is pretty big. They've turned it into a really huge cinema. But the Dutch have seen their prison population decrease by more than 40% in the past 20 years. At the other end of the spectrum, Britain has the highest rate of incarceration in Western Europe and is struggling with an unprecedented prison crisis. Britain's Minister of Prisons, that is a terrible position to hold. Sorry, it just sounds terrible. But Britain's Minister of Prisons, James Timpson, calls the Netherlands a source of inspiration. What could the Dutch system teach us around the world? First, the declining prison population is not actually the result of recent policies by visionary politicians. Much of it is due to the change in reporting crime and the nature of crime. As in many other Western countries, the number of violent crimes has significantly dropped in the Netherlands in the recent decades. This does not necessarily mean that there is actually less crime overall, as Dutch criminologist, a professor at the University of Portsmouth, who has studied the reason for the emptying Dutch prisons, said there is less conventional violent crimes like murder. On the other hand, a lot of conventional crimes went online and is less visible. And it is quite possible that there is a kind of organized crime that we have little visibility why can't I speak?
Visibility, sorry.
Visibility. That's it. Visibility on. But fewer serious cases are coming to the police and courts. And so fewer people end up in jail. However, press pause. I'm sorry. This is a British publication, right?
Of course.
So they're always going to try and neutralize the good news from other countries,
right?
Because
There's no way. There's not any less crime, you know. They just don't see it anymore.
They're just online now.
You know what I mean? It's all the crime. You know, online. They can't find them anymore. They're all on the run and they're getting away with it.
Exactly. They're not rehabilitated.
So honestly, ours are still better because we're catching the people and they're not.
Yeah, exactly, you know exactly. I mean? But while the Dutch don't have a model policy the world can copy, the overall Dutch attitude towards imprisonment could be instructive. According to the Dutch, according to Pikes, I'm not sure who Pikes is. The Dutch are more aware that a stay in prison does more harm than good. The society may be rid of a criminal for a while, but in many cases, criminals simply resume their activities when they leave prison. They may become more ruthless due to the violent climate of prison anyway. And the thing is, people have been shouting this since I've been alive. I've heard this.
Yeah.
And so, like, there was a specific program here in the UK where they actually put gardens in prisons, and they were actually aiming at rehabilitating people rather than just punishing them. And so, what happened was they noticed that there were fewer reoffenders who went through that program. Right. Because of the fact that, of course, they're doing something else besides being on edge, protecting themselves. Right. So I don't understand why it's taken so long.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. Because the viewpoint of the purpose of justice is split. Right?
Yeah.
So what you see as justice may actually be vengeance and punishment, right? And you have to feel as though they've been punished enough. The justice system, in a lot of viewpoints, have to do with feelings. If I don't feel they've been punished enough, then they haven't been done justice. Truth of the matter is, if they've been through the justice system, justice has been served. You know what I mean? The only time there's a miscarriage of justice is when, there's a miscarriage of justice. You know what I mean? Something has happened in the situation to avoid justice happening. But what happens is there are those who are viewing criminal offenders as human beings. Okay, so you're a human being. You have a messed up perspective. We need to get your perspective on track so you can be a valuable member of society, right? Yeah. And that is the aim. Okay, now you have been, the verdict is in, you've been sentenced to X amount of time away from society. So our goal is now to so that's the punishment, right? You've been removed from society. Prison does not have to beat you every single day. That's barbarism. That's what we're trying to move away from, right? But some people still have a barbaric mindset when it comes to prison. Also, a lot of the people that are screaming, this person should be in prison for 25 years and one has never stepped foot in a prison, right? Or has never had a loved one been sentenced to prison, right? They have no idea what it's like. So there's this theoretical thing going on that they're not connected to in a human way, that they're shoving those people into, and they hope they never have to think about the person, except the person continues to live, and then they live through their sentence,
Yep.
and then the person is back, right? And so another thing is, if that family who had a vengeance mindset, and that jury who had a vengeance mindset, and that judge who had a vengeance mindset now see the criminal rehabilitated, they will not be happy.
No, they won't, and that's how you know that the system is wrong.
Exactly.
Because and I'm sorry, but we're Christian, right? And if you don't believe in rehabilitation, read the whole Bible again.
Right.
Every single book, every single chapter.
Also, ask yourself about your salvation.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, please do that.
You know what I mean? Because if God took on your mentality and said, okay, I'm not going to do the sanctification thing, where would you land?
Exactly. We're going to go through checks and balances.
Right. And so...
and we're going to work it out. Because now, then and only then would 144,000 only make it.
You know what I mean? I don't even think that many.
Yeah, I don't even think that many.
You know what I mean? Because honestly, I don't know if Eve was fully repentant. I don't know. if she, you know what I mean? She seemed too happy about the fruit. You know what I mean? Who knows? She might not make it.
And now this is equality.
No, stop it. No, but as we're talking about this, I'm like, okay, and it's people that tend to be staunch, whatever religion it is, because I'm not going to call it Christian, that tend to be the biggest ones to throw the book at people and eye for the eye people and this and that, as though they haven't read the teachings of Jesus Christ that say that you will be judged on the harshness that you judge others, right? So if you are subscribing to a system where a person cannot be forgiven, where a person cannot be let free and given a second chance, where a person cannot be rehabilitated, where a person cannot be shown compassion, shown mercy, or whatever, what have you, once they have wronged a person, then you are subscribing to a version of justice and saying, hey, I don't mind being looked at this way either.
Yeah.
And that is very scary.
Exactly.
For you.
Yeah. and the thing is, anytime that you dehumanize people, it turns out worse in the back end, right? And so even here, like they say that prisons have become more ruthless due to a violent climate, and people are constantly on survival mode, and perhaps they make a wider criminal network in prison to continue after. And so for me, it's like you can't call something a crisis if you're not going to do anything to fix it. Like and for me, the word crisis gets thrown around so much with people who don't want to do anything to fix it.
Right.
And so if it's a crisis, then act like it's a crisis. Try and fix it. If it's not a crisis, if you're just worried about it, then just say you're worried about it.
Right.
And then make a team to bring, or if it's just a talking point. You can say in an ideal world, because that the politicians like to throw around the word in a utopia. In a utopia, we get rid of prisons. Guess what? Netherlands is doing it. Right. Now they've already said that they don't see a future where they won't have prisons.
Right.
But they do see a future where they don't actually need many.
Right.
And that is the case. And it's hard to compare countries as well, because some countries have privatized prison systems.
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
A lot of countries don't want to get, and it has nothing to do with justice at all.
No.
It's literally, I've already invested and built private prisons, and we're not getting rid of them. We need them as full as possible constantly. Yeah. So we're going to make sure that the law facilitates grabbing whoever we can to put into the prisons, because a lot of people don't know that some things are manufactured in prison.
Oh, yeah.
So they actually use prisoners to do a lot of sewing, a lot of different things, because you don't have to pay them.
Now it's things indoors, so no pictures can be taken. That's what it is. Because before they used to have them tending land and all that stuff. Now it's all indoors. But I just think that we need to be in reality.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to call this a crisis, fix the crisis.
Right.
And the only way to fix it is to actually have a mindset of rehabilitation
Mm-hmm.
rather than punishment or I can't remember the other word you used. So like we see an example
Yeah.
of it happening. Yes, the Netherlands is not a big country.
Yeah.
Like it's really not. However, you just like you can make equations
Right.
for bigger, like to make bigger equations for bigger circumstances,
Mm-hmm.
you can literally multiply this to the size of your country and then make a plan that kind of mirrors it.
Especially if you're talking about England.
Yeah.
Because England likes
it's not
to,
that big. Like,
you know
it's
I mean?
really
All
not
those
that big.
smaller countries, have you seen yourself on a map?
Yeah, come
you
on.
know what I mean?
So it's like it's like we just need to change our mindset into rehabilitation and actually grasp the concept that this will actually make society much better, and it'll be better to live in. Why? Because once you humanize people want to do less harm.
Right. And that's usually what it comes down to. And when we see Jesus, and all the people that they tried to say we should stone this person's a criminal, this person's this, that, this person's that, the first thing that Jesus tends to do is have compassion and mercy on the person. And that is something that causes rehabilitation. How do I know that? Read the story of Zacchaeus, right? Don't just sing the song. Because there is a little bit written about when Jesus went to his house. It doesn't stop at, I'm going to your house today, and then the next chapter. No, it tells a little bit of what happened. And what happened is Zacchaeus was curious about Jesus. When he talked to Jesus and found out who Jesus was, he repented. And he didn't just repent and say, okay, I'm not going to swindle people anymore. He says, I'm going to go to each and every person that I have swindled, and I'm going to pay them back more than I have stolen from them.
Yeah.
I'm going to, this and that was going on. Now, if Jesus did not have compassion and did not appear as love to Zacchaeus, you know what I mean? This fear causes people to be pushed into the shadows, and people who are in the shadows do shadowy stuff.
Exactly.
Get people out of the shadows, come out of the darkness into the light, not so that we can expose you and throw you into prison, but as we can show you what it feels like to be counted in as a human being. You know what I mean? And once you see that, once you are included, once you find value in yourself, you add value to your community.
Yeah.
We've seen it happen over and over again. I saw it happen growing up as we saw different people become rehabilitated in our community, and we see, wow, we gave them, I was a child, but they were given, places of service. There were, they were given a place among everyone else.
Yep. A place among everyone
You know
else.
what I mean?
They were seen for their talents as well. That goes a long way. They were taught new things.
Right.
As well, like there's so much that goes into the rehabilitation of people, but the first step is to humanize them and realize they are people too. Like we have, like there's a huge thing, and I'm not gonna try and find the article, but there's a huge thing of where people are getting what they call white collar, they're doing like white collar crimes, going into prison and becoming even worse.
Yeah.
Like and so for me, it's like that's a prime example of the system doing what it's built to do.
Right.
And so if you really don't, if we really thought that it was a problem, then we would notice this a long time ago, because this has been like, there's been articles on this for decades.
Absolutely.
Like for decades on decades. And so like we need to get there. For me, we just need to get our act together. And if we're gonna throw these people away, then if you're gonna throw these people away, then decide to throw the people away. But don't use language like you're trying to rehabilitate them. The truth is what we need.
Right.
And so but what they don't want you to see, they don't want you to see that they don't care.
Right. And stop calling it the justice system.
Yeah.
Just call it the vengeance system.
Yeah,
I'm
straight.
vexed at this person, and until I feel right, they should be shoved away and treated badly. Why is it not bad? Like, prison is the sentence.
Yeah.
why is there some sort of implicit thing that they should also be treated badly while they're there?
Exactly. And my thing is, every time you mention justice system, they should always have a hashtag that says "No Lord," because just vengeance is mine, says the Lord.
Right.
And there ain't no Lord in this system.
Right, 100%.
There ain't no Lord.
You know what I mean?
But
justice system taken upon ourselves.
You know what I
mean? Shout out, shout out to Ray Patrick.
Hey.
The first.
Hey,
who is
hey, auntie.
Constantly enjoying himself. Me and your auntie are listening. Yes. He says preach. And we want to know your comments. We are live on YouTube at the moment. Anyone who is listening and paying attention here, there's a lot that happens because I don't just see this in the justice system in the world. I see this in the miscarriage of justice in a lot of churches as well.
Oh, yeah.
Where people are seeking vengeance. People are, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, where sin abounds, grace abounds all the more.
Yeah.
And so we're not saying that people should not be punished for their crimes. We're saying that there's a humane way to do it.
Exactly.
And there is a goal to remember that despite what a person has done, God has the power to turn them around. And we ought to treat them from the beginning of the process as though they are a person that God can turn around. Sometimes a person will prove that they are resistant and they don't want to turn around. And they'll prove that in jail. And they'll keep messing up while they're in jail. And so you extend their sentence because they're doing crimes in jail. And so all that is going on. We understand that. But at the same time, if from the beginning we shut the door, that's a problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because God has not shut the door on us.
Exactly.
And so I want to go to music, man. I have a song called Hope because there is always hope. And we should always have hope. And we should treat people as though they have hope too.
Amen.
Sorry, we'll be back with more in a bit. You're listening to Don't Trip.
DAB, mobile apps, and online. This is Adventist Radio, London.
What's up, Pops?
There is something burning, keeping me alive. Telling me to fight until the
Let's
morning
go.
light.
What's
They
up,
won't
Pop?
let me quit, they won't let me stop. Won't let me stop. It's rebuking the fear, rebuking the worry. Stop with me. Rebuking the lies and anxiety. I'm holding on to this one thing that helps me believe. Hope. You give me hope, yeah, you give me no doubt, 'cause I believe. You give me hope, yeah, you give me hope. You give me hope, yeah, you give me no doubt, 'cause I believe. You give me hope, yeah, you give me.
Yeah, we good, man.
Oh, yeah.
Good indeed.
Trying to shake my core belief, saying God won't come through for me, but you forgot about one thing
That lives in me.
rebuking the fear, rebuking the worry, rebuking the doubt and anxiety. I'm holding on to this one thing that lives in me.
Let's go.
You give me hope, and you give me no doubt, 'cause I believe. You give me hope, yeah, you give me hope. You give me hope, yeah, you give me no doubt, 'cause I believe. You give me hope, yeah, you give me hope. What
mean, we were raised by two bold people. The truth is the truth, Auntie.
Adventist Radio London.
Auntie is in shock with your boldness. Look, man, you asked for the show.
That's actually very true.
Yeah, man. If we're not bold, what are we, man? You know what I mean? Like, this is tame. This is stuff that should already be said.
Exactly. And that's where the frustration comes in, because the things that we're talking about have been things since we were young in the church, and also way before that. So, it's we've had this in our mind for a very long time. All right, Pop. Love you.
I got the feeling that you get when you get new kicks. Bell ringing on the last day of singing, yeah. High fiving everybody, but we out of here. Today. So fast, life comes and goes. Make it last, best slow your roll. They don't take it as a choice, but you gotta know that today's the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. And I ain't gonna let it slip away, nah. I'm gonna be joyful. I'm gonna be joyful. I'm gonna be joyful. Yes I am. I'm gonna be joyful. Today. I got the joy down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. I got the joy down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. I got the joy down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. I got the joy down in my heart. Today.
Ready to take charge of your health? The Covenant Health Hour delivers expert insights and practical tips designed to help you feel stronger and live better. Hosted by neuropathic health specialist Chantel Diaz, each episode breaks down everything from daily habits to the latest wellness insights. So join us live every Tuesday at 3 o'clock at Adventist Radio London. It's time to take charge of your health.
Yes, y'all. You are listening to Don't Trip on
yes.
ARL. We are here. We are live. You're listening to Ray and Angie. We're in studio. And, man, there's a lot going on in the world. And there's a lot to talk about, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anything lastly, Ray, before we go to our...
Yes, I have one story that will make you laugh. And then I have a very quick, just a mention. The headline reads, "He tried to rob 6 banks, police say. His total takings was $605.
Between 6 banks. See, the thing is, wow, go on.
A New York man walked into a bank and he handed the teller a note. A half hour later, he walked into another bank and he did the same thing. The next day, it happened twice more, the police say. After taking a couple days off, he visited 2 more banks. The man, police say, was trying to rob the banks. 6 Chase branches in 5 days, spread across New York City. The note, they said, stated that people would get hurt if the teller did not hand over money, though the man did not say he was armed. On 2 occasions, police say the man was modestly successful, getting away with $320. That's not success.
No, bank.
That's not success. And we do not admonish.
No, not at all.
No, we don't. However, that's not success. 320 pounds from a branch in Queens last Friday, and 265 pounds from one in Brooklyn on Saturday, which means that he didn't even get money at all the sites. That's crazy. On the other three occasions, a news release from the police department said the individual did not obtain any money and fled on foot to parts unknown. Those three banks were in Long Island City, Queens on Friday, Brooklyn on Saturday, and South Bronx on Tuesday. Police identified the suspect as Gustavo de Jesus Torres, 33.
No, not that name.
33 and released 33 and released several security camera photographs of him, a balding man. Why you have to say he was balding?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
They're doing too much. They're doing too much.
A balding man with a beard and no mustache. In one of the surveillance photos taken, the 56-minute interval between the unsuccessful robberies of the branch in Fulton Street in Brooklyn and the robbery in Flatbush, the suspect is seen standing on the subway platform holding a cup of coffee, frowning. Duh, he only left with looking like any other harried commuter. So this story, I just want everybody out there to know.
I'm finished.
That a life of crime is no way to go. You know?
And it's definitely...
And in this day and age, you would have been more successful getting any other job. Like,
I was just about to say that's a week of work. That's 1 week of work at like minimum wage. Especially in New York, minimum wage has to be like $20 by now.
Any other job, any other job would have paid you more. But now you're gonna be arrested.
See, these are the types of criminals we were talking about, where you put them in prison, they come out worse. Don't put this man in prison. Send him to therapy.
Look,
and just also sit him down and have a chat.
Give him a life coach, because
that's what I'm saying. like literally, because I'm like, yo, you tried this 6 times in a row, and you kept escaping, but escaping with, I mean, across 6 banks, that's an average of what, $100 per bank.
Look. Because the thing is, in my mind, if I was in his position, I would think this was like one of them big heists you hear about in history. The moment I step out the bank with 265 pounds, like
reevaluate your life.
Yeah. I'll literally be like, wait a minute, I didn't even know this was possible. Yeah, can't do it. Sorry.
Get a job.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? 100%. I'm like, yo, what on earth? I need an interview with this man.
Yeah.
What were you thinking to continue along, especially like the same formula? I'm gonna go in with this note in particular that doesn't say like, I'm some big offender or anything like that. People are going to get hurt if you don't give me money. You don't specify how much money. They give you, a couple notes. And you're just like, thanks. And then you like get away on foot. Grab a Starbucks because that's all you can still afford after robbing the bank.
I mean,
and then take the train home?
The thing is, imagine having the whole team.
Nah.
And only make it.
Nah, and then you gotta split it.
No, but
you don't even have enough to keep your phone on.
But really and truly, I wanted to highlight this story because crime does not pay.
Nope.
Crime does not pay.
Nope.
And these type of crimes, like these type of crimes in particular, like these are the crimes that will, yes, he did something wrong, yes, but they will throw the book at him.
Right.
Especially in America.
Right.
Like they will throw the book at him to quote unquote make an example of him.
Right.
And then he'll end up in a system that was so hard to escape. Yeah. And yes, people escape. No one's saying people don't escape. but that doesn't mean that it is
Right.
not hard.
Yeah.
Like,
he sounds like he just needs to be redirected.
Yeah.
He just needs to be redirected. People need to figure out what his motives are. Why did you why is this what you needed? Why is this what you resorted to? What is actually going on? How can we redirect this person? Now, if this is a person who is really committed to a life of crime, that's another thing. But you know what I mean? Like that. This is the type of person you're gonna throw in prison, and someone in prison is gonna tell him how to go about it in a different way, and he'll come out with ideas. You know what I mean?
And then he'll either end up back in prison for a longer sentence, or he'll end up deceased.
Yeah,
so
100%. So yeah, this is a prime example.
Yeah.
Of why rehabilitation needs to be the aim. Yes, justice needs to be served. So definitely process the man. Definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But also take into account that there are people who just need to be evaluated.
Yeah.
Because there is something that's not right
Yeah,
with the person
exactly.
who's going through these processes. What's your last one, Ray?
The last one is, and I wanted to mention this one because I don't like AI. Smart glasses.
Oh no.
And I this version of AI is really, but smart glasses, in quotes, revolutionary for people with dementia. So I wanted to say something nice about AI. AI-powered smart glasses that can identify everyday objects and guide people with dementia through daily activities have been hailed as revolutionary. The glasses, developed by London-based social enterprise CrossSense Limited, scooped a prize this week that will help the devices reach more people. The Longitude Prize on Dementia awarded £1 million to the innovation, which proponents say will support people with dementia to live safely in their homes for longer.
Okay.
The glasses are able to learn a person's way of doing things, provide prompts, talk them through what to do when a person cannot remember a step in the process. In quotes, the impact the technology has already had on people's lives with dementia is worth more than any prize, says Dame Hall, chair of the Longitude Committee that awarded the money. Professor Fiona Carragher of the Alzheimer's Society says this revolutionary technology will allow people with dementia to maintain their independence for longer within their familiar environments of home.
Interesting.
And for me, that's huge because you hear about sometimes it's a traumatic experience moving people with dementia from their homes to other places.
Yeah.
And then they start to deteriorate and things like that. Other times you see they have Post-it notes all over the place and to remind them of things, and to have something that can speak to you but also allow you to use your brain to try and remember how you do things, like prompt you rather than just tell you do this, do that. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I would love to see them trained on that. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm sure there's a lot of trials that are going through with it.
Yeah.
You know, how to best attune that, because there's various levels of lucidity and stuff like that they have to deal with. But thank you for using the glasses for something other than...
yes. Everything you just said in that kiss of teeth, that's what they were using. Because
when they invented the glasses, I was like, oh no. And then when I saw the ads for the glasses, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And when I saw people using the things that on YouTube, I was like, oh no. And so seeing an actual use that both makes sense and makes people's lives brighter in a way that really nothing else could is huge. And I really, really hope that those who participate in the trials make a huge improvement, and that they fine tune it to a way that can really help people. This is amazing. That's a use for AI, man.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right. We're finally moving in the right direction with AI. You know what I mean? Because I'm going like, can we have laws against the glasses already? But I guess, look, when I saw the ads, I was like, nope. Because we have laws against taking photos in public.
Yeah.
But you can have the glasses.
And you can just film your whole day.
You can film your whole day. You can Google a person via voice.
Oh, yeah.
So there's facial recognition. Hey, Google, or whichever glasses you have, who is this person?
See, there's a reason why in movies and comic books, superheroes are the only ones with this type of technology.
Look, man, because they already proved. Actually, no, the villains got them too.
I mean, it's superheroes and villains. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Civilians weren't walking around saying, "I need you to tell me." No.
Because anyway, we're taking a detour off of what we're meant to be talking about. Yes, so. Anyone who has been following knows that we are on day 3 of our plan. We have moved in. Ooh, what's going on? Oh, I know what's going on. I'm using the wrong mouse again. I need someone here. Can we hire someone to just tell me which mouse to use? Just say, hey, that one. Yes, so we are on day 3 of practicing gratitude. The third day, and if you want to follow along in your Bible, we're going to be in Philippians 1, verses 3 and 4, Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 and 26. Philippians 1, 3 and 4, Numbers 6, 24 through 26. We're going to take a deep dive into practicing gratitude. We may actually do days 3 and 4 today. Stand by, but do open up your plan because we are ready to go after Jessica Reedy with So In Love With You. You're listening to Don't Trip.
DAB, mobile apps, and online. This is Adventist Radio, London.
Change my life. So amazing. I don't know why you chose me. All I know is I'm so in love with you. I took a look back to see how far you brought me. Picked up the pace to get to what you have in store for me. No room to measure all your goodness to a window in the sky, sending blessings on my life. Sunshine. It starts with grateful ends and faithful rain. A gift that changed my life. So amazing. I don't know why you chose me. All I know is I'm so in love with you. Deserving of you is a question that I ask myself. Do you love me? You show me the answers. Yes. Press my gratitude, do my attitude, give you all of me, be the best that I can be. Cause you're my everything. Sunshine starts with grateful ends and faithful. You gave me a gift that saved my life. So amazing. No, I don't know why you chose me. All I know is I'm so in love with you. You are amazing, so amazing. Yeah, you are amazing. You're so amazing. You are so amazing. Cause all I know, I'm so in love with you. All I know is I'm so in love with you. All I know is I'm so in love with you. All I know is I'm so in love with you. So amazing. Loving on me more. Yeah. You're so amazing.
Hey, this is Angie.
And this is Ray,
You're listening to Don't Trip.
bringing light to your day.
Bringing light to your day. You're listening to Don't Trip here on ARL. Ray and Angie in the building. And we are practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude. If you haven't started this plan, please do. It's only a 5-day plan. And this is to remind you that despite all that we know is going on in the world, despite what's going on in our households, despite what's going on in our minds and in our hearts, there are still things to be grateful for. This has been a great plan so far. Hopefully you've had time to find it in the YouVersion Bible app. If you're not using the YouVersion Bible app and you can't find this plan, simply open up your browser, go to Bible.com, and at Bible.com you can tap plans, put in practicing gratitude. You'll find one where the thumbnail of it is prayer hands, someone's praying hands, and it says practicing gratitude at the top of the thumbnail. We're going to be in day 3, and the different books that day 3 has us in is first Philippians chapter 1, and second is going to be Numbers chapter 6. So if you want to open up your Bibles, you can put your tabs there, Philippians 1 and Numbers chapter 6, after we read through the devotional and have a little chat about it. Hopefully I've given you time to catch up, read along with us. Day 3 of practicing gratitude, and it reads, as soon as you started to talk, your parents probably taught you to say thank you. Hopefully. It's no surprise that parents teach children this basic rule. Relationships grow stronger when you express gratitude. A heartfelt thank you makes other people feel appreciated. And it reminds you of your dependence upon other people. Saying thank you isn't something you grow out of when you leave childhood. It shouldn't be.
It should not be.
The writer of the letter to the Philippians modeled practicing gratitude for other people. I thank my God every time I remember you, constantly praying with joy in every one of my prayers for all of you. That's Philippians 1, verse 3 and 4. In the Old Testament, people express gratitude to one another by blessing them. One of the most famous biblical blessings, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Numbers chapter 6, verse 24 through 26. When you express your gratitude to someone else, it can be as if God is shining his face on both of you. A sincere thank you points out the good in another person and brings it to the surface. Before we go into the practical steps, anything pop out so far to you, Ray?
I mean, it sounds pretty self-explanatory. The one thing or the place where my mind went was, as well as saying thank you, like, don't allow people to dim your thanks. Because nowadays we have such a habit of whenever people show us appreciation, we go, oh no, oh no, it's you, it's you. No, it's you. You did the thing.
Right.
I'm thanking you.
Right.
This is your moment. Like, and I think there's like this underlying fear of taking up space. And for me, it's like, it makes me sad because in times when you're doing well, like nowadays it seems like taking up space in a negative light is celebrated more than taking up space in a positive light. And that makes me sad because there are people who that affects people's self-esteem so much. And there are people who don't actually know how amazing they are. And don't actually see the light that God put in them because of the fact that society is pushing us in a way where the negative is what should be highlighted instead of the positive about people, and they've masked it as a whole bunch of things. But really and truly, it's to weigh us down.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it does.
It's to weigh us down so that we're compliant and everything else. And, you can go into rabbit holes about that. But for me, it's like the light in the song, this little light of mine, has changed from this little light of mine being the Holy Spirit that I carry with me to this little light of mine being the good, the good in me. And that is a societal push, because they are trying to blow your light out and you have to protect it. But because of the way that it's framed and masked and everything like that, you don't even know you're supposed to protect it. And negativity is the most contagious thing on earth. Like now, I mean, because before you had to like really work hard to be to be that way inclined, but now it's so contagious. And for me, it's just I'm glad that we have a message like that is telling us that gratitude is a great thing, but also to extend that accepting the gratitude is a powerful thing, but not just for you, for both.
Right.
And
that's what I was going to point out when you were saying that. I was like, gratitude is actually an exchange when it's among us, right?
Yeah.
And it's an exchange to Christ as well. When we're praying, vertically and horizontally to people around us, there's an exchange that takes place, and we act like a person saying thank you to us is something that they're giving us, as though us receiving the thanks is not part of it. Right? And I love how they point out here, when you express your gratitude to someone else, it can be as if God is shining his face on both of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
A sincere thank you points out the good in another person and brings it to the surface. One thing we keep forgetting, for the sake of propriety and the done thing, is that we have to reinforce psychologically when good takes place.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so instead of teaching children, I see and it's been perpetuated from a young age, to shy away from being thanked too much, from being, we're telling them not to receive the thing that will reinforce the good in them. But we push them to receive their punishments and their criticisms and everything. You have to learn to receive criticism. You have to learn to receive positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
In this definition of reinforcement, because when someone thanks me, I tend to do it again. Whatever it is, right? And you see it in children. There's a stage, I don't know if all kids go through it, but I see it so often, I gotta bring it up. There's a stage they go through where they just start bringing you random things. I don't know what triggers it, right?
Yep.
But there's this generous phase where the kid, I don't know if it's to get attention or like say, hey, I exist and here's this thing. But it doesn't matter what it is. They'll pick up something random in the room and they'll come up to you and they'll place it on your lap or place it in your hands, right? And what's your job?
To say thank you.
To say thank you.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. And then what happens? They want another thank you.
Right.
Because it feels so good to know you're doing good. Right. So they go and they get another thing. And next thing you know, you end up with a whole pile of things in your lap.
That's already yours.
Yeah, that's already yours. Like, you're thanking them for the things that you bought. But also because you see the reaction and the way they light up as well. Like, it's an
exchange.
Yeah. It's the greatest thing. And for me, that needs to be pushed, and it doesn't need to be pushed in an infantile way. Like, we don't need to limit it to the infants, right? We like, this needs to be pushed because now we're seeing the effects of this negativity, this cloud of negativity that's in the world today.
Yeah.
We're seeing the effects. We're seeing it physically, mentally, spiritually.
Right.
We're seeing it in every single way. So how do we combat it? We let people know that there is good in them.
Right.
And sometimes there's people who will be like, you know what, you show so much belief in me. Why? And that could be that could be a way of you witnessing to them and saying, because I see God put this in you.
Right.
And the fact that you saw it and they actually did it.
Right.
Will mean the world to them.
Right.
And it will show them that even though they didn't know it, there was a nugget of God in them.
Right. And that's the thing, man. This exchange, there's some things that are essential parts of humanity that we don't outgrow. We never outgrow our reaction to being thanked. Our reaction to being appreciated. It's not something that we outgrow because it's not childish.
Yeah.
It's essential to how we are made up. We're made to have these exchanges, right?
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I was sitting there on FaceTime talking to J Pash, our younger brother, and his son Jackson comes in with this big. It looks big because it was as big as him, right? There's this big. It had to be like 24 pack of toilet rolls, right?
Yeah.
He just comes in frame bringing this big old thing, right? And this is the third time he comes in frame. And every time he comes in frame, whatever he's bringing is bigger, right?
No.
Now there's this bigger toilet roll. And of course, as I see it enter the thing, I am grinning from ear to ear and like there's literally tears rolling down my cheeks because I'm trying not to just outright laugh at what Jackson has going on, right? And it's like, well, and you see Joe, you see J Pat, he's just like, well, this is what I asked for by thanking him the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what I mean? So he takes it, he says thank you, and we continue the conversation. You can tell he just goes through this all day, right? Jackson just bringing him things. And the thing is, this was years and years ago. To this day, now Jackson is 7 years old, and he's not bringing him big old things of toilet rolls anymore. Now he's drawing. Right, and Jackson loves to draw, and so he'll bring his drawing, and then you just see his father light up, and he goes, "Ooh, okay, tell me about this, tell me about that," and there's this exchange that's going where it's like, you are good at this, this is worth looking at, this is worth talking about, you know what I mean? Do not let Jackson get to 16 years old and he's worn it out. You don't thank him for anything anymore. You don't value anything he does anymore. Because what happens is, you know what I mean? As they get older, we're like, okay, they should be, past this stage of just wanting participation awards. You know what I mean? And all this kind of thing. No, continue to reinforce the things that bring them joy.
Yeah.
Right? Because they become adults. And as they become adults, they become confident adults. The more that they're appreciated. I know the things in my life that I do now and that I do well are things that were reinforced positively over time. A lot of the artistic things that I do were things that someone along the lines, probably, Dad, who is just like, wow, I didn't know you can do that. And then, go do some more. You know what I mean? Go do some more. Brought someone, you remember Jody?
Yeah.
To this day, like, I think she deserves awards and awards. She has no idea how valuable she is in people's lives. She teaches music now. She's done it for years. But yeah, I had to be like 13, 14, brought in, actually I was probably like 12, brought in Jody, she was like 19 at the time, and said, hey, can you show my daughter a few things on the piano? You know what I mean? I had nothing to do in the summer, and I guess I was just creating a ruckus. He said, let's go do something valuable. And just that time, I was like, wow, he really thinks I can do this. You know what I mean? And so now I'm it's reinforcing. So how much more in our societies? If you had told Gustavo, I think his name was, who robbed all 6 banks and took $20.
Yeah, but there's certain things.
No, not the things. But what I'm saying, if you were to tell him, how valuable he was as a worker in any job that he had done. If you were, you know what I mean, to reinforce the positive attributes of him, then, you know.
How do we know someone didn't say he was good at robbing banks?
Yeah, and now he out here, you know what I mean, thinking that he's, you know, we need to have a chat with Gustavo. If anyone catches him, please, we need to have a talk on.
We want to have the first interview on Don't Trip.
You know what I mean? No, but 100%. Like, all of these people, as we're talking about rehabilitation, as we're talking about things like that, and we're talking about the process of sanctification, one of the ways that the Holy Spirit uses sanctification is to remind us of how valuable we are to God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jesus expresses gratitude. When a few weeks ago we talked, actually for weeks, about the woman who brought the alabaster box. You know what I mean? And as she was being criticized and down, hey, she's off the streets, don't let her touch you, this and that, Jesus was actually showing gratitude and appreciation for the worship that she was doing.
Exactly.
Imagine God is grateful for and appreciative when we come to him with worship. And if we were to remember and to feel that, to allow ourselves to feel the exchange that takes place while we worship God, how much more would we want to do it? You know what I mean? I can't wait to be able to see his face light up when we have this exchange. You know what I mean? But for now, it's in my mind's eye. I'm like, man, we're having an exchange. The blessing is never just for one person.
The thing is, in that regard, I don't know if I agree.
Okay.
Only because I really have an issue with people, especially nowadays, putting human mindsets in God. Okay. So for me, it's like I understand why people do it, because they need to get something out of doing that.
Right.
But there is I don't know. I've always struggled with people putting human mindsets in particular into God, into the thought of like God himself.
Well, I mean, that comes from, the Bible literally saying he delights in the praise of his people. And so, I'm not just saying this abstractly or something that's just imaginative. This is all throughout the Psalms. This is all throughout the Bible. You know what I mean? If he delights in the praise of his people, then there's something that he's getting from us when we praise him. I don't know. I don't feel it's a reach. If anybody on here feels like it's a reach too, we'd love to hear what you have to say as well. I just, this is just something that I pulled from God having actual emotions all throughout the Bible. And so, he doesn't just have negative emotions. He also has positive ones. And the Bible speaks directly and loudly about his positive emotions and the things that he delights in, as much as they talk about when we cause him sorrow and pain and wrath. And so, this isn't just something that I imagine. This is something that's talked about as well. I do understand that, God is not like man. He says it clearly in Hosea. I'm not like man. I don't just react based on my emotions. But at the same time, God has emotions. And if you don't believe it, read the Bible. Right?
I didn't say I don't believe he has emotions. I just said that the way that humans put their thought process onto God it's just it's kind of weird, but
okay. Well, yes, as I said, if anybody has an actual specific example of that's against the Bible verse that I took out, please hit us up on YouTube right now. I'm actually looking at our chat, and Dawn has been listening. She said she almost missed the whole show. Dawn, You're about to be fired. I'm just playing. We can't fire Dawn. She said, I'll be watching the replay, but wanting to support the rest of the live. Yes. And to those who have been watching from the beginning of the live, give us a shout out, because I honestly do want to see if there's a little bit of a difference of opinion here. And don't hold your opinions to yourself.
Yes. And this is a great time to tell people that you can actually listen to replays of the show.
Yes.
And so thank you for pointing that out, Dawn.
Yeah.
You can, if you do miss the show, you can listen to replays of the show. Just go to the website. I can't think of the website right now.
Adventist Radio London?
Adventist Radio London
.live.
.live.
Yes.
Adventist Radio London .live. And you can hear the replays of the show. Shout out to Dawn, who is cracking up, but you actually prompted that, so thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, 100%. The link that's on that website is the Spreaker link. There's a lot of podcasted shows that you can listen to. And of course, all the lives that we do, after they're finished, they don't go away. They stay in the YouTube. So if you go to Adventist Radio London's YouTube, if you actually want to watch this show that we've done today, as soon as the show is done, it is saved into the system. You can look at any show that we've done live on Adventist Radio London, and you'll be able to find that there. So there's a lot going on. We haven't even talked about the practical practices yet, but we have these coming in after a couple songs. We have Pastor Mike with Amen, and then we'll look at the practical steps on practicing gratitude, because each one of the days in this practicing gratitude plan has practical things that you can do and apply to your everyday life that will amplify the gratitude that you feel in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Be back in a bit. You're listening to Don't Trip.
Mobile apps and online. This is Adventist Radio London.
Said late but still of service. Yes, yes, yes. It's all right. I hope you were enjoying some of the sunshine.
Yeah, I hope so too.
My goodness. I'm so happy for it.
This gonna be the year that I break every cycle. Let me testify, right hand on the Bible. They threw me away, but I'm glad God recycled. Joy came in the morning, glad I made it through the night. Man, it's light work. He put you in the dark to see a light work. He died just for you, that's what your light worth. So go ahead and let your light work. Just let it shine.
We gon' go way, way, way up. I'm so full of
This love.
I just can't get enough.
Yeah. So let the church say, if you agree with everything he said, let the church say, if you agree with everything he said, this gonna be my year. I'm blessed, no stress,
14 minutes.
Say, amen. He put them in the fire, but they don't smell like smoke. He stepped up off the boat, but he never let them go. He'll never let you drown. He'll never let you down. One time if he saved you, 2 times if he blessed you, 3 cause you alive. I know he may not come when you want him, but you live long enough to know that he's outside. Let the church say, if you agree with everything he said, let the church say, if you agree with everything he said, let's go. It's gonna be my year. I'm coming out. I'm staying blessed. No more doubt. I'm going up. You coming out. Get ready. Hey, let the church say amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Struggling with addiction? Looking for hope, healing, and a way forward? The Addiction Program on Adventist Radio London is here to help. This show tackles real struggles, reminding you that freedom is possible in the name of Jesus. Whatever habit is holding you back, you don't have to face it alone. So join us every weekday at 10 a.m. as we work through addiction, one prayer at a time.
Adventist Radio.
Yes, yes, yes. You are listening to Don't Trip on ARL with Ray and Angie. And we are knee deep in the plan, practicing gratitude.
Yes.
We are in the practical part, if you've been following along. If you haven't been following along and you just tuned in, like some people, cough, cough, then find Practicing Gratitude in your Youth Version Bible app or at Bible.com and come on the journey on day 3 with us of Practicing Gratitude. So the first bullet point that it has here for practice is say thank you to 3 people today. It could be someone you know well or someone you meet in passing. Mm-hmm. That's one of the ways to show gratitude. The second bullet point it has is use specifics. Point out exactly what the other person did and the good that you see in them. For example, you could say, thank you for responding so quickly to my email. I notice you put a lot of care into your work. You really love the people around you through your work. Right? Ooh, if I got this, my goodness, it would change my work day. You know what I mean? If I was frowning on my work day and someone said this, I'd be like, oh, all right. Let me do a little bit more work.
And see, the way that the world is today, if I got that at work, I'll be like, what you want? I'll be like,
Scroll down to the rest of the email because you're about to ask something else.
Yeah. I know exactly. I know what you're doing.
Oh, man. No, it's true, though. It's true, especially in a work email. It depends who it's from, too.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because you be reading some tone.
But really and truly, I need to change the way that I'm seeing things. The gratitude doesn't need to be taken back. I need to see the way that I'm viewing the world. I need to review that. So
yeah, and the thing is, man, that's why we need to do it more. Because if it happens just once, you're like, you know what I mean? But if this happens, especially from multiple sources, have you ever been complimented on your outfit once and you're like, all right, you know what I mean? And then you got complimented again, you're like, oh, I must be onto something.
Look,
hold on, what am I wearing? Take a photo, you know what I mean? And 3 people, and that's it.
If I have no public appearances, you might see that outfit at least 3 times in the week.
Look. You know what I mean? So, of course, do it as often as you can. Point out the good things as often as you can. Dawn says she agrees with Ray. She said, what you want? Me too, Ray. 100%. This world, especially in London, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's a London thing.
They always start the email with, hope you're well. Do you? Do you?
You know what I mean? And it's well known that if someone, like if you're in London and someone smiles at you, they either want something or they're from the north.
Look, and the thing is, I didn't realize that when I first came here. So I was doing what I usually do. I was walking on the road saying good morning to everyone and smiling and waving at people I didn't know, and they were all just looking at me weird, like I was committing a crime. They would have probably thrown me in prison. You know what I'm saying?
100%. They're looking at you like, okay, I would guess that he's from Manchester, but he has an American accent, so maybe it's just the American in him. These Americans come in with their smiles, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, wait a minute. When did this turn into a crime?
100%, man. We can transform London through practicing gratitude.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
The next bullet point it has is make a note of how someone reacts to a genuine thank you. Did the person's face change when they heard it? For Ray, did it change to pursed lips? How did you feel after expressing your gratitude? And a lot of times we fall into the pitfall of expecting a reaction from a particular person, and when they don't give it,
this is why I don't say thank you to people, because they don't know.
He didn't even smile. The whole plan was wrong, you know what I mean? And it's like, wait a minute, are we capable of showing the gratitude and walking away and letting them have their own reaction to whatever it is?
And I was gonna say, because for me, When I say thank you, when I say something positive, when I say like I don't care about your reaction. I don't. So I say it to say it, and if you want to react how you want to react, it will not faze me because of the fact that my mission was to let you know how great you are, or let you know that you did a great job, or like I wouldn't say things for puppy show.
Right.
So, but then when I'm reading this, maybe you can change your perspective. And yes, pay attention to the way that people react. But then, if they react in a way where they're perching their lips, where they're questioning, where they're trying to deflect, you can use that to give you it as an indication that that person needs more gratitude in their life.
Yeah.
And that could actually help so many people. I just thought about it right now. And it's, for me, that change of perspective could help so many. Because I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I don't understand how people can see other people's reaction and it can discourage them from doing things. Because that's a natural reaction. So for me, that change of perspective it could be really powerful in someone's life, and it could indicate that they need more help than they're letting on.
Yeah,
and everyone in
more.
London needs more.
Absolutely. Because as I said with the outfit thing, man, sometimes the first time you're going, I'm questioning why you're complimenting me, but the more that I get it, the more confident I feel that there's genuine something behind it. You know what I mean? So point it out
and let it be genuine.
Yes.
Yes, please. Please. You got people walking around in banana suits.
What?
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. I usually act like I'm on board, but what on earth?
If you start complimenting people when they are looking crazy.
Oh.
And they get the confidence mixed in with the, like, that's the thing. Let it be genuine. You know, let the people feel your heart when you're saying these things, but also don't be a stumbling block.
I'm going to go to the next bullet point. At the end of your day today, reflect on your gratitude experiment. And I love how they have you experimenting. So they're saying, okay, you may be approaching this with a bit of skepticism. You may be approaching this like, okay, I'm going to try out because the plan says today, and I said I'll follow the plan. But really, I'm not on board with saying all these nice things. But at the end of the day, actually solidify it by reflecting on, I did this. What was the result?
Yeah.
Did I feel good that I gave this thing that's free to give?
Yeah.
We be acting like it costs something. It is absolutely free, and it actually gives more to us. You know what I mean? So do it. So reflect at the end of the day, and it has a prayer that says, God, thank you for the people in my life. Give them your blessing. Help me say thank you for the ways they bless me. In Jesus' name, amen. Dawn is cracking up. She says banana suits. You know what I mean? You may not, if you don't like the suit, don't compliment it. But, you know, if some people genuinely do like, and if they do not like the suit itself, they like the boldness the person has to walk around.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So there is, you know what I mean? You know what? I love your confidence. You know what I mean? I love your confidence.
I love you.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, take it as you will. But if you do love the sometimes that's what it is. It's like there's some people that are just so bold. You're just like, no one can mess up this person's day. They're going to wear what they're going to wear. Yeah. They're going to, you know, live out loud and that kind of stuff. And sometimes that is something to point out be in this society where we're made to all wear the same suits, man. I'll never forget, man, walking through Canary Wharf and seeing blue suits.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
It didn't matter which building you're walking to. It didn't matter what everyone. And it's like I looked and I was like, wow, this looks like school uniform. Yep. And it's not even that they're required to wear blue suits.
No, it's not.
They choose to all wear the same thing. So it's, you know what I mean? And because
they, and I didn't even realize this until I started working there. Like there's these unwritten rules around suit wearing. And so you wouldn't walk into a business meeting in a gray suit, apparently. And you wouldn't walk into a black suit because a black suit is strictly reserved for funerals. And so, like,
Yeah.
and for me,
Yeah,
it's just
in the
why,
States,
like,
that ain't gonna pass in Cali.
like, why there are these unwritten rules so that everybody stays
Right.
uniform and everybody
Right.
stays, like, for me, it's like,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, so when you see someone that's bold enough, you know, I mean, you may not like the suit, but sometimes if you do like the boldness, do point it out.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
I'm going to work in a banana suit. That's
I just feel like
that's it. That's
this may
that's
be an
it.
overcorrection.
This is great.
This may be an overcorrection.
This is great. This
what
is good.
y'all do to Ray?
I'm
All
doing
right,
it.
We're changing the plan. We're changing the plan. Ray.
And if I don't get no gratitude,
Ray, oh, I'm finished. This is where we've gone.
if I don't get no gratitude for my boldness.
So we digress. No, but 100%. There's so many things to be grateful for. There's so many things to point out about a person. Sometimes it's not superficial. Sometimes it's things that you see in their character.
Yeah.
There's
definitely.
some people who are always helpful. There's some people that are always generous. There's some people, when you see these things, you reinforce it. Do it especially in children as well. I'm seeing less and less children being praised for the good things that they have in them. You know what I mean? Don't just sit there and think that you have to criticize when they're doing bad. Most children have things that you can go, wow. Hey, you're a giver. That's great. You're super generous. Hey, I love how affectionate you are. You know, there's some kids that hug you for no reason, man. Your son JJ was like that. He just loves hugs and snuggles and things like that. And I know he gets it from you. You know
what, man? It's
that's
nice.
How you've always been.
It's
well.
nice, but in children, it's really nice to, because what people don't realize is when you encourage the good in them, it actually makes the criticism or discipline more impactful.
Yes.
Because of the fact that they know that it's coming from a place of love, firstly, but secondly, because of the fact that there's no question about how you feel about them. So they have to actually pay attention to the discipline or the correction that's happening. So like you know.
And they take it on fearlessly.
And they take it on fearlessly.
Yeah.
And I've noticed it in my kids where they just take on, like, before they used to moan about being grounded and whatnot, and now they're just like, you know what? All right, cool. I'm grounded. How long? Okay, 2 weeks. Cool. And they just take it. And yeah, they'll moan a tiny bit, but it's nothing like any of the way that they used to complain before.
And there's no fear of loss of love.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because we see in 1 John 4 where it says those who are afraid of punishment don't know God. God is love, right? And so read that whole passage there. You go, wait a minute, am I walking around in fear of punishment? What don't I know about God? You know what I mean? And so as parents, you reflect the love of God as well when you do, simple things like that, showing gratitude for the good things that we see in our young people and raising them to be confident in their character. It does a huge thing, man. Before we finish off and go to a song and then gratitude, I did want to read the verses that are here in the devotional. Philippians chapter 1, verse 3 and 4, and I'm going to read it in the Passion Translation. And it reads, Philippians 1, 3, and 4. My prayers for you are full of praise to God as I give him thanks for you with great joy. I'm so grateful for our union. Right? And it says it here in the Amplified Version. I thank my God in every remembrance of you, always offering every prayer of mine with joy, and with specific requests for all of you, right? And this is how he starts his letter to the Philippians, right? I love how Paul starts his letter and ends his letter. There's always blessings and gratitude and encouragement that's in it. And it wasn't just because they're in a heavy time there. We can actually take this and note when we start our interactions with people. Hey, how are you? I'm grateful for you. And when we're leaving, that's where, back in the day, we say peace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you leave with a blessing and things like that. I love that. And then we have Numbers chapter 6, verse 24. Actually, I'm going to read 22 through 27. And it says, Numbers chapter 6, 22 through 27. I'm going to read in the New Living Translation. And it says, Then the Lord said to Moses, Tell Aaron and his sons to bless the people of Israel with this special blessing. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show his favor and give you his peace. Whenever Aaron and his sons bless the people of Israel in my name, I myself will bless them. These are words that God himself gave them as a blessing to say. He says, bless them with this blessing. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile upon you. There's that smile. And be gracious to you. May the Lord show his favor and give you peace.
Yeah.
And this is one of, as the plan says, this is one of the most famous blessings in the Bible. I know my Uncle Kevin says it all the time. You know what I mean? I grew up hearing this, but these are words. If you don't have the words or the terminology, how do I bless someone? This is how God says to bless people.
Yeah.
And whenever Aaron and his sons bless the people of Israel in my name, I myself will bless them. Whew.
Look.
This is the God we serve. He wants to bless him. He says, you know what? I'm going to give you the words because y'all ain't blessing enough. You know what I mean? And this is something that's passed down and passed down and passed down. So to all of you, as I go to music before we go to our gratitude, I just want to say, may the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show his favor and give you his peace.
Yeah.
We have a song called Yahweh, and we'll be back on the other end with gratitude. You're listening to Don't Trip.
The mobile apps and online. This is Adventist Radio London.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we could fit the verses in. That's why I raced through. I looked at the time. I was like, oh no. Oh man. It's funny. I've heard this my whole life, and I didn't know where to find it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And the thing is, usually there's some kind of deviation from the words. But no, I know it word for word. It's just I've never had to find it.
Yeah, man. It's all the way in numbers, man. And I didn't know that it was like words given from God even. Because there's a lot of blessings throughout the Bible. But not a lot of them are blessings God said, hey, bless them with these words.
Yeah.
Because any words that God has given you to say, there's power in them. You know what I mean? So it says whenever you bless people in my name, I myself will bless them. That's amazing.
Even when I'm doubting, I feel you around me. Your love is like a fountain, I can't get enough. The closer that I get, the more I'm changed, and it's so beautiful. And now I see I'm safe in your embrace, and I want you to know, Yahweh, for holding me down.
Yes, you're listening to Don't Trip on ARL here with Ray and Angie. And man, it's been a great show. Dawn has chimed in about what we were talking about just before the break.
Yep.
She says, I agree. Children need encouragement. It sets up their self-esteem.
Yes.
There's nothing like it, man. And it's free.
Mm-hmm.
Gratitude is free. encouragement is free, and we be hoarding it as though, you know what I mean, a person has to pay us for it. My goodness. It's absolutely, we can transform this world for free.
Yep.
Imagine. And this world capitalizes on our depression. Capitalizes on our sadness, capitalizes on our over self-criticism and perfectionism and things like that. Oh man, there are advertisements geared toward it. Hey, you want to help your life? You want something that'll make you feel better? Go to McDonald's, right? And and it's tearing up your life, it's tearing up your everything.
and the thing is, when the advertisement has to be, when every single advertisement has to be,
right?
Do you want something to make your life better or make you feel good? Like, that's when you gotta review society as a whole and just be like, "Yay, we're not doing, something's wrong." Something's wrong, because the only marketing strategy that's working is your life needs to get better. Why?
Right.
Like,
why? Are you discontent? Well, I wasn't till you said that.
Yeah.
Now that you mention
now that you mention it, hey.
Things could
life
improve.
Life is lifing, bro.
You know what I mean? And life is lifing, being the thing, you know what I mean? And it's like, man, so now it's like, okay, we need to see if gratitude adds even work. You know what I mean? Is your life already good? Add this. You know what I mean?
Add this.
100%, man. But yeah, gratitude. I'm grateful for this plan. I'm grateful just for the reflection on gratitude. I'm grateful for the blessing that God gives us through this tool, this useful tool of having gratitude. And the practicality that this plan shows, and things that we can experiment with, because the experiment is proven.
Yeah.
And they already know that. That's why they want you to try it out.
Yep.
What you grateful for, right?
Well, of course, I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful just for the way that they are. Also, I'm grateful for the young man that I shouted out on the radio last week because he commented on YouTube. Mateo, it's his birthday today.
Oh, shout out.
And so I'm grateful that it's his birthday today. Shout out. I know he's probably not listening because of the celebrations, but if you are,
yeah,
happy birthday, bro. I'm grateful. I'm really grateful for family. I've been saturated with family in the past month, and it's been a really, really good thing. And hopefully it continues. Hopefully it continues and doesn't dwindle off, but I have to throw that out there because it has been great.
Yeah, 100%, man. And also shout out to the weather. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Shout out to the weather.
The last 3 days we had clear skies. Clear skies, sun is shining. At night I can see every star.
Look.
Like, what?
Look, that coincides with the thing that you read earlier that says that the weather isn't, not the weather, the air quality is improving all over the place and this and that. Shout out to spring. Bringing us out of the frigid cold, man.
May the sky stays clear.
Yes. Yeah, is there a way to bless the sky? Someone, if there is, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, if he's shining his face on us, you know what I mean? Can he shine his face on the rest of the weather as well? Look.
We digress.
No, we're back. I'm so grateful, man. I'm grateful because London feels different.
Yeah. when the sun is out, yeah. You know what I mean? There's a lot more gratitude when the sun is out.
100%. People move out the way. No, you go. I'm going, hold on.
Wait
when
a
did
minute.
I move to Manchester? No, 100%, man. Same time, same place, man, next week. And, man, go ye therefore and bless people.
Yes.
If you have no other words, use the numbers in Numbers. Use the words in Numbers 6. God has shown us how to bless each other and promised to be there every step of the way. So yeah, same time, same place. Just making sure that everything is lined up there. Sorry guys, we have like 30 seconds left. I've never had more time than we're meant to. We actually lined this up perfectly. Yeah, no. We're going in. The next voice you will hear will be the voice of Doug Batchelor, questions and answers. This has been Don't Trip.
Don't do it.
Mobile apps and online. This is Adventist Radio London.
is the best-selling book in history. No volume ever written has
Yes,
been more
sir.
loved and quoted.
Grateful
And
for
its
my
words,
community and
sometimes
friends.
simple and
100%.
sometimes mysterious, should
Man,
always
there's
be
never
studied
been a better
carefully.
time to pull
It
together.
is the
Look.
Bible,
You know what I
the
mean?
Word of
100%.
God.
Don, I'm grateful for
Welcome to
you.
Bible
Yes.
Answers Live.
Showing
Providing
up,
accurate
chatting
and
with
practical
us.
answers to all your Bible
We have so much love.
questions.
So
This
yeah, same
broadcast
time,
is a
same place
previously
next
recorded
week.
episode. To receive any of the Bible
This
resources
is
mentioned
sorry
in
it's so
this
loud behind
broadcast,
us.
call